I think we're on.
Hey, Minisode 24. Minisode 24. We just finished doing our major episode 24. I don't know if that's confusing, but I don't think it is because this is little mini.
This is a little mini podcast.
Micro
minis.
minis.
Yes, micro mini.
You know, we're not going. She just did Andrea Bocelli and turned me on to it, which leads into what our mini is about today. But that's Cheryl Ann Chapman.
Oh, hi. And this is Iris Forcier.
And we're Coffee and a Podcast. If you want to reach us, coffeeandapodcast@gmail.com.
No, Coffee and a Podcast 3 @gmail.com.
What is it?
Coffee and a Podcast 3 @gmail.com. I got to get my little stick that says that. So
oh my God, you totally do. I totally forgot.
Well, I totally got, she got a little mesmerized by Andrea Bocelli.
Oh, yeah. And that leads to what we're talking about today, which is inspiration can come in any form at any time in our lives. And we are all together.
All the children. That song.
We all get inspired by different things. And Sherilyn and I went and saw Dogstar, the band. And that inspired me because, whatever. Just music inspires me.
I love music.
Inspire me. And it was a great concert. They all did so well.
Oh, Brett the singer.
The lead singer.
You guys got to check him out. I didn't know about Kiana having a band until she told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck?
Since like the 90s.
And those guys are amazing. Three-piece.
And Rob Mailhouse on the drums. And he
can do harmonica and play the drums.
Yeah, very inspirational. And Keanu on bass, he did so great. It was like, the show was tight. It was beautiful and just inspirational.
And then their opening bands was great. Sons of Silver.
Yeah,
they're really good
too.
And they have band members from other bands like Skillet and what was
Candlebox. The bass player was from Candlebox.
Yeah,
but anyway,
so cool.
For 3 people in that band, I thought they did fantastic.
Oh, they did amazing.
For Dogstar.
Doghouse. She's doing Millhouse. She's like combining all these words. Oh my gosh. Cut off her coffee intake.
Dogstar. Anyway,
we love Dogstar.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like me trying to introduce myself to the guy going, hey, you're the lead singer. Or no, you're not. No, I had it backwards.
Backwards. You know you do that.
My dyslexia.
Oh my God, that was too
Actually, it was funny because I was in line and the girl, I made new friends there. They're incredible. Cool. I made this couple and it was their 10th year wedding anniversary. Anyway.
That's so funny.
And I didn't listen to the music ahead. I didn't know who the band was. I did not know what to expect. I went in there with no expectations, and that's really hard for me.
Yeah.
So I did. I just went with like a pure heart.
Open eyes, heart.
Yeah, like, hey, what's going on? What is this like? And it turned out amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But I kept asking this beautiful new friend of mine. I said, what's his name? When I go up there, I want to make sure I say the right name. And so she's the one that gave me the wrong name.
Oops.
So she said she was dyslexic because she was reading it from this way to this way. And I was reading, it was me that was dyslexic. I was reading it this way to this way. Anyway, so I'm like up there going, Brett? And he's like, no. And I'm like, yes, it is. Like, I thought he was teasing me. Like he didn't want to really confess his name. And then, anyway, blah, blah, blah. But then...
No, it's too cute. And then you're like, but then he's going to remember you. Oh, yeah, you're the one that got my name all goofed up. No, which is fine if you can remember,
God, I know. You should have seen the look on his face, though.
It's like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm Brett.
I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
It was Rob, though.
Oh, Rob. Oh, you're talking about the drummer, Rob. Yeah.
That was embarrassing. But anyway...
Check him out, though.
Very good.
Brett's voice is amazing.
Yeah, and Keanu's great on bass.
Oh, and of course, Keanu. And he's so humble. He let the other guys speak. He didn't say anything. He let the other guys speak. He's just humble. That's why we love you, Keanu. You're just so real.
Yeah, he is.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about inspiration. I'm going to read you a quote first because, and then
I love quotes.
We can end it maybe with a quote. But let's start out because we like to do these quotes, and we talk about what's inspiring to us, and that's why we do this show.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cool people out there, and different kinds of people, whether they're scientists or anyone, and they inspire us, or engineers.
Well, even the dullest of person can inspire you. So keep that in mind. Keep your mind open.
Yeah, I do.
Because everybody has something to offer and something to inspire you by.
Oh, this is kind of about inspiration, but I still loved it. I don't care. I just love it. We just share it with you.
So there we go. You're gonna get it anyway.
Right.
You're gonna force it down their throats.
I love it. Okay. Nothing you love is lost. Not really. Things, people, they always go away sooner or later. You can't hold them any more than you can hold moonlight.
Oh, I can't.
But if they've touched you, if they're inside you, then they're still yours. Yeah. The only things you ever really have are the ones you hold inside your heart. That's from Bruce Colville.
No one can ever take that away from you.
That's right. I guess I might as well just...
No one can take that away from you.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Needed to hear that.
Yes, nobody.
Some stranger somewhere still remembers you because you were kind to them when no one else was. Tiny Buddha. That's from Tiny Buddha.
And that's true. Because I had somebody...
well, they were remembering.
Yeah, and they're like... And I'm like...
And we should be kind to everyone, people.
You never know.
You never know. And it's not even because you never know. It's just because... It's the right thing to do more than anything.
Exactly.
You know, we talk about this and it's like, you know, anyway.
No, that reminded me. I read this, I was watching this little thing, because I usually don't, but it was on, it falls right into what you're saying. It was on the phone, on Facebook or whatever. And it was actually about these two candidates that were being flown out. They were the last people. Yeah. They were going head-to-head for this VP job, right?
Right.
So this one guy, and they're in first class.
Yeah.
And this gal comes up, and they sit her down. She's like, oh, your seat's right here. And she's all like dirty and stinky. And the guy goes, you're not sitting her next to me, are you? You're disgusting. He just like keeps bashing her and bashing her.
Is this for real?
And I no,
is this made up?
This is made up, but this is a good story because this actually happens. This kind of stuff happens.
Yeah, it does.
So then the girl over here, you don't know this till later that they're both interviewing for the same job, right? So this guy's just being, he gets the worst loser of the world award. Right. So then the gal goes, you know, you want to switch seats, sir? Why don't you go over there and I'll sit next to her? And he's like, gladly, get rid of her. And then they're talking, and he's like, why is she even talking for? She's a waste, you know? I mean, and the gal's like, just, you got your seat, put your headphones on, just shut up, right? Right. So then she's talking to her, and then she ends up telling her, yeah, I'm going to be going to this, you know, this job. She's like, why are you being so kind to me? She goes, because everybody deserves kindness. Oh. And then she's like, what you find out is she was homeless for 6 years. Yeah. Because something
that's
happened.
Gonna make you cry.
And there's tissues. Yeah. So she was talking, and this stuff really does happen, people, because this is really would be a true story, because this stuff happens. It does. So the gal's laughing and smiling and having a good time with this gal, and she's like, because she even like shakes her hand. And the gal's like put off, like, you're going to shake my dirty hand, you know? And she's like, no, we all deserve kindness.
That's right.
But it gets better. Because then, so the guy's interviewing with the guy, right? Yeah. And then he goes, well, as you know, we have another candidate. And then he brings in the girl. Right. And then she looks over at the guy going, oh, great. That jerk. Right. I've got to interview with this guy. And then, you know, they're like saying why they should be. And he butts in. He's like, well, I haven't gotten to you yet. So then he goes to him like, oh, yes, I'm so caring. And oh, yes, I do this and I do that. And he's like, funny. He goes, well, okay, I'd like to introduce you to somebody. And then he brings that girl in, and she's all cleaned up.
Oh, was she that?
She was there deliberately to see what they would do.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
People. So it was fantastic. The guy looks at me and goes, oh, you're the girl on the deal. And then on the plane. And then he goes, Mary, we'll say Mary. So how did you find this guy?
Yeah, that's interesting.
And she's like, what?
Coffee. I'm shaking.
Oh, you're fine. And so then she's like, no, because he was, how she explained how horrible, deplorable, how rude, how, and then,
I like that word, deplorable.
And then just,
good word.
And then she's like, no, this girl, she has the heart and soul of her company.
Yeah.
This is what she embodies, and this is what she's done, and she's a perfect fit. And then the other guy goes, no, you can't. This is my job. I'm the perfect candidate for it. And then they open the door, security, and they ask him out. So the moral of the story is just,
you never know who you're talking
just because what you see is not always what is there.
That's
so
right.
It's like we've got to remember that. Yeah.
And Sherilyn and I always talk about this too. We don't know what other people are going through either.
Yeah.
They don't have to be famous or anything like that. You know,
everybody deserves respect.
We went for dinner last night. This is a side note, and then we'll get back to inspiration and how it could come at any time. But we went to dinner, and the waiter said something to me that was very off-putting, and I know he didn't mean it, but it was I asked. There was a lot of pictures of famous people on the wall, and I couldn't see them because they were far away.
Oh, gotcha.
And I said, "Oh, what's the criteria for being up on this wall? And are they pictures with the maitre d', or like it was an innocent question."
Just curious. I would do the same thing.
And he said, "Well, you'd have to do a couple of movies to get on this wall," and I thought, well, that dude doesn't even know who I am.
You could have been from France.
Exactly.
And she could be a major star in France.
I'm not.
And then you could have said, well, I wish you had checked out my movies in France. Because I could be up on the wall.
I have to be in English. No. But anyway, I was like, gosh, how presumptuous. That was very presumptuous of you. But I mean, I wasn't asking for that reason. I was just curious because I thought it was neat that they had all these people up there.
Well, you don't know. I could be.
But anyway, that just told me his character right away. I was
exactly.
Like, wow, dude.
Wow.
I
think he's a little jealous. Said he's not up on the wall.
He is up on the wall.
Oh, he is up on the wall?
Because they take pictures with whoever. They take pictures with whoever is famous that comes in, whoever gives them, whoever's waiting on them or taking care of them.
Famous one. Who knows?
Clearly not. But anyway, it was a lovely dinner, no matter what. So
you're sparkly. Look at her sparkly personality. Look at that.
So inspiration. Cheryl Ann is constantly finding inspiration. And then she shares it with me, and I'm so excited. I'm so stoked about it because
we're gonna have a music fest with Picelli.
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna learn, and then we're always finding inspiration. I'm always finding inspiration.
Yeah, she always says she finds the best quotes, and she's always sending them off to me.
Yeah,
and I'm always really bad because I have my phone on silent, and then I don't know, and then I go back and I got all these great quotes and inspirations. So she's like the inspiration board.
Yeah,
yeah.
So anyway. Thanks
so thank you. No, that was great. Yep, we're wrapping up.
Okay,
so
thanks for coming.
Have a great day. Be
live.
I should say,
be kind
and be good to each other. Until then, ciao.